occupied?
No, I'm not with occupied.
We have a American citizen who would like to make a remark.
I've never been out to a protest before.
Yay!
Welcome.
Congratulations.
And I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am from Cajon. I'm a Christian. I call myself a Christian conservative, a biblical constitutionalist. And I'm here because I'm very concerned about what's happened in this bill. And I know we're here with Republicans who I respect deeply and I agree with on many, many issues. And I'm here with Democrats today who I stand side by side with you on this issue. And when I see what's happening in this bill, it's cutting our nation right in half. What sets America apart is that we were built in ideals that were transcendent. We believe that unalienable rights don't come from man, they don't come from men in government, they come from above. And that the legitimate purpose of government is to do what? It's to protect life, liberty, and property. It's the reason we established the government, to protect these rights. On December 1st, a senator, a Democratic senator, Feinstein, submitted Amendment 1126. And I have a copy of it right here. This is Amendment 1126. And in the writing, she asked that the detention of American citizens be prohibited. And I stand with her on that. I'm a Christian Republican. I'm a conservative. There's very few times that Dianne Feinstein and I sit side by side. But on this I do. And you know what happened? 55 senators voted against it. Yeah. They had reasons. They're patriots. Their definition of patriotism and mine might be a little bit different. But there's so much fear going on. And like the gentleman before me said, it was Franklin who said, "He who wants to give up essential liberty for a little temporary security deserves neither liberty nor security." And call it global warming, call it bailouts, call it terrorism. We have well-meaning senators and congressmen who have no skill or background in law. They're great men in other areas. I believe they're well-meaning, but they don't know what they're doing to our finest documents. I submit to you that just because I'm a Christian and a good businessman doesn't mean I'd be a good doctor for your son. It takes training. And we need to be sending men to Washington that understand our highest laws. So I want to read you, I think if our senators and congressmen were really serious about protecting our unalienable rights, we wouldn't have seen a 45 to 55 vote in the Senate defeating, protecting our rights, okay? How bad is this? Not only do we have a majority of our Democratic and Republican congressmen voting for NDAA and in the Senate, but on the other side of the battle, these people said no. 3 4-star generals, Marines, U.S. Army generals, Major General Paul Eaton, General Charles C. Krulak, former Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Joseph P. Hoare, former CENTCOM commander, and I would add CIA Director David Petraeus, 4-star general in the U.S. Army. Both challenged the president on the signing of the NDAA in the Washington Post. Many of you have seen that article. But they're not the only ones that said no on this. This is crossing both aisles. Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta, FBI Director Robert Mueller, Director of National Intelligence James Clapper, White House Advisor for Counterterrorism John Brennan, and Department of Justice National Security Head Lisa Monaco. All of them said no on this NDAA. And all the presidents back to Clinton and perhaps farther have on first hand rejected the NDAA to get it changed and fixed. That's what the generals are saying. Don't send it through with this. We don't want any part of this. This is the militarization of American justice, of laws of evidence, of due process. It does not belong with the military. So, I wrote Congressman Hunter because I'm an American first, a Christian first, an American second, and a Republican third. And this is the note that I got. It says, nothing in this bill will affect law relating to the detention of U.S. citizens. I'm going to repeat it. Nothing in this bill will affect law relating to the detention of U.S. citizens. Okay? He believes that. I sincerely believe he believes that. But if that's the case, what happened is they watered down Dianne Feinstein's amendment so many times that when we open up the law, let me find it here, it reads, I'm reading from section 1021, says, authority, nothing in this section shall be construed to affect existing law. Now, if you read that on the surface, nothing in this section shall be construed to affect existing law, then you say, okay, Duncan Hunter, and it's not just Duncan Hunter, it's both sides of the aisle. It's both houses.
Exactly.
They don't understand what's going on here. You see, law is based on precedent. Law is based, our presidents, Bush and Obama, both believe they already have the authority to detain and torture. Now, I don't know whether Anwar al-Awlaki was guilty or not. He very well might have been guilty, but he was owed as American a trial. He didn't get one. Okay? And if he doesn't get one, it's possible that I'm considered no longer a patriot because I'm challenging my government right now. But see, I believe patriotism is loyalty and fidelity to the ideals upon which this country was founded, not to the latest policies coming out of Washington.
Yes, indeed.
Okay? So what's happened is, precedent has already been set. All this law does now is codifies what already exists. So it's very easy if I'm a senator or congressman to send notes out to my constituencies saying, hey, like the one I got, and saying nothing's wrong. Now here's the other thing, and then I'm going to step down. This is the serious one. Duncan Hunter says, and let's make it clear, this is his letter dated January 6th, nothing in this bill will affect existing law relating to the detention of U.S. citizens, as well as make clear that military custody does not extend to U.S. citizens. Okay? Now, I'm going to read from page 288 of the final joint House resolution. And it says, the requirement to detain a person in military custody under this section does not extend to citizens of the U.S. Now, when you hear that, you say, oh, see there, it doesn't extend. But let me ask you a question. I have two sons.
It says the requirement, not
That's right.
it's
I have
not
two
obligation.
sons. If I tell my first son, you are required to attend church with me on Sunday, but I tell my second son, you are not required to attend church with your dad on Sunday, is my second son prohibited from attending church? No. If I require my first son to attend, but I don't require my second son, I'm not prohibiting my second son. If you listen to the language, it doesn't prohibit the detention of an American. An American can be detained optionally. It prohibits not detaining foreign citizens. See, that's what's so tricky. It's this legalese language. So it says again, United States citizens, the requirement to detain a person in military custody under this section does not extend. The requirement doesn't extend. It doesn't mean they're prohibited. See, the devil's in the details. So as an American, as a Christian who believes law comes from above, laws of nature, nature's God, that's what made us prosperous. And the belief that when Duncan Hunter and all the other 535 senators and congressmen took an oath to defend and protect and preserve the Constitution of the United States, I expect them to do so. If necessary, all by myself. Thank you.
All right. Yes.
You have the section on the belligerent part?
It might be 10:31.